Welcome back to another tutorial. Today's video is the stitching down of this straight palazzo pant. As you can see, so it is an high waist trouser and it also have a pocket. So if this interests you, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. I want to say thank you to my old subscribers and my new subscribers. So let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, these are the patterns we drafted out in our last tutorial. So like I said earlier, today's video is going to be the stitching part. So this is the piece of fabric I cut out for the pockets. So the length of this fabric is actually 11 inches and the width is 7 inches. And I have two of it because it's going to be having two pockets. So what I'm going to do next is to open it up, and I'm going to place the front piece on it like this, so you can see what I have just to cut out this shape at this part. So just place the front piece on it like this and cut it out. Baby, you give me ice and fire. So after cutting, this is what you should have. Now I'm going to take one of the pockets and I'm going to place it on the front piece of the trouser, and I'm going to just stitch it down like this, right side facing each other. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch it down and this is what I have, you can see. So now I'm going to take the seam, I'm going to place the seam towards the pocket area, and I'm going to just top stitch on the pocket like this to keep it in place. Baby, you give me ice and fire. So guys, after top stitching, guys, this is what we have. So the next thing to do now is to place the pocket like this, right side facing, and I'm going to stitch down the bottom parts. So guys, I've stitched up the bottom part. So after stitching it down, just flip the pocket this way to the wrong side of the trouser. You can see what I'm doing now. I'm going to just arrange it this way. So just go ahead and arrange it properly. So after arranging it, guys, the next thing I'm going to do now is to stitch up this part, stitch up this other side up to the length of the pocket, and also at the top I'm going to just stitch it down. This is just to hold the pocket down with the trouser, okay? So guys, after stitching, this is what we have. You can see one side of the front piece has its pocket, and this is the other side. I've gone ahead to stitch it down also. So the next thing to do now is to place the other front piece on the other one. Then you go ahead and stitch up the crotch area, okay? Baby, so after stitching up the crotch area, this is what we have. So the next thing for us to do is to work on the back piece. Now for the back piece, remember we added our dart intake at the back area, okay? So just divide what you have at the waist area, get the midpoint, and the length of the dart is going to be 4.5 inches for me. So it depends how long you want the dart to be. So then I'm going to mark ½ inch at both sides of that line. Then go ahead and stitch it down. So after stitching up the dart, you can see what it looks like at the both piece of the back. And I'm going to place one of the back piece on the front piece like you see me doing like this. So after placing, go ahead and stitch up the side by 1 inch, okay? Following the shape you have at that part. So stitch down the side by 1 inch up to the hem of the trouser, okay? So I'm going to also do the same thing for this part. Stitch up the side up to the hem of the trouser. So let me do that. Baby, you give me ice and fire. So guys, after stitching, this is what we have. You can see how it's looking like now. So I'm going to fold it this way, making sure that the both crotch are at the side. You can see the crotch of the front and the back are at the side. So this is what you should have after folding. So the next thing now to do is to determine the hip area, okay? So make sure you arrange it properly like you see me doing, because we are going to be taking our measurements. The next thing I'm going to do is to divide my waist measurement by 2. So mine is 30 inches divided by 2, I got 15 inches. So you can see what I'm doing right there. So I'm going to just place it like this. You can see what I'm doing. So place your tape. You can see from that seam of the front crotch. So just place it and get your waist measurements. So the next thing to do after getting the waist measurement is to determine the hip length. So remember we went up by 2 inches from the crotch area. So instead of marking from the waist area to the hip area, so what you are going to do is to just go up by 2 inches from the crotch line. Just go up by 2 inches. That is going to be the hip line, because this is an high waist trouser. Okay, so after getting the hip length, I'm going to just divide my hip measurement by 2 also. You can see what I'm doing. So make sure you stretch out your fabric. Then I'm going to just mark it out at that point. Then connect now the points together from the waist to the hip. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Like this. You can see. Then at the crotch area, I'm going to just curve it out this way. You can see, just curve it with a slant curve. Don't curve it too deeply. Okay, so this is what we have. Go ahead and stitch it down. It's going to have a zipper at the back, so I'm going to come down by 7 inches and I'm going to stitch up that part with a loose stitch. Then from that 7 inches to the crotch, I'm going to tighten the stitches. Okay, so after stitching it down, guys, this is what we have. So the next thing to do is to join the crotch of the front and the back together like you see me doing like this. Then I'm going to stitch it down from the crotch to the leg point. Okay, so after stitching, this is what the trouser is looking like. You can see it's already coming out looking so beautiful. You can see the pockets at the front. You can see I've also gone ahead to hem the bottom part of the trouser. You can see the next thing to do now is to get the waistband. So to get the waistband, go ahead and measure out what you have on the waist. Okay, from the back all the way to the other side of the back. So after measuring, you can see what I have right there. So I'm going to use that to cut out this long strip of fabric. You can see you're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of... So the length of this fabric on fold, it's going to be, I'm going to just fold it like this into 2. So I'm just going to fold it into 2 like this. Okay, just go ahead and fold it into 2. So the length of this fabric is 2 inches. So after stitching, I'm going to derive at 1.5 inches. Okay, so I went ahead to add stay to it to make it stand firmly at my waist area. Then I'm going to determine the midpoint of these strips of fabric. Okay, so determine the midpoint of the strip of fabric you have there, which is the band. So I'm going to just get the midpoint and place it also at the midpoint of the front like this, towards the wrong side of the trouser. So I'm just going to stitch it all the way to the waist area to the back like this. So after stitching, guys, this is what we have. You can see, so when I flip it up this way, you're going to have it looking like this at the right side of the trouser. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. So the next thing to do now is to fold this in. So I'm folding this towards the right side of the trouser. So just fold it in like this and you're going to stitch on it. Then I'm going to add my zipper. Okay, baby, you give me ice and fire. So guys, I've gone ahead to add the band. So this is what the waistband is looking like, and this is the zipper. I've added my zipper. This is the pocket. This is what the trouser is actually looking like. You can see it's really looking so beautiful. Okay, so this is what the back is looking like. So this is the back. It's very easy, no stress, so easy to do. so easy to get. So this is a straight palazzo pants, okay? The straight palazzo pants, and I also made a top with this. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video, and also turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified, okay? So this is the top I also made for this trouser, okay? So I'm going to call this a two-piece outfit. So if you love this video and you understand it properly, please don't forget to support this channel. Turn on your notification bell. I love you always, guys. So bye.